Hi, good evening. Today we look beyond the headlines because the news is not merely about what happened, it is about why it happened and how it shapes the India's future. The parliament geared up for the crucial monsoon session. India's monsoon session is set to begin with the intense political atmosphere. Several important bills are expected to be discussed, while the government and oppositions prepare for the heated debates over the national issues and legislative priorities. Now let's see why it matters. Parliament is morely policies become laws. Every session influences the governance, economical reforms, public welfare. The effectiveness of the session could determine the pace of the India's reform during the second half of 2026. Uh, India's continue to demonstrate the economical resilience. The Finance Ministry Nirmala Sitharaman stated that despite geopolitical tensions and disruptions in the global trade routes, India remains one of the fastest growing major economies. She also encouraged entrepreneurs to embrace the innovation and calculated risk taking. Now, let's see the analysis. The global economy faces uncertainty, rising inflation, geopolitical conflicts, energy price fluctuation, yet the domestic demand, infrastructure investment, and um, ecosystem continue to support the growth. The next story is coming upon the India's private space and revolution accelerates. The India's private space sector continue to make our headlines. The success of Vikram 1 and increasing the private participation demonstrate the India's space program is evolved beyond the government-led missions. Why it matters? The space technology today is no longer just about the rockets. It affects in defense, communication, negotiation, agriculture, disaster management, national security. India is gradually positioning itself as the global commercial space power. Now let's talk about green transportation gains and momentum. India's first hydrogen powered passenger train marks another step towards cleaner transportation. Hydrogen fuel technology is expected to reduce the carbon emission while supporting the sustainable development. Now, the using of hydrogen fuel can reduce the pollution, lowers the dependency on fossil fuels, improves the energy sector. It also aligns with India's long-term of net zero goals. Now let's talk about heavy rains across the several states. India's meteorological department has issued warning for the heavy and extreme heavy rainfall in several parts of the country, including Maharashtra, Bihar, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Kerala, Karnataka, and Northeast. Why it matters? The extreme weather affects the agriculture, hydroelectric generation, power transmission, disaster management, and infrastructure. Let's talk about India's smart border initiatives. The government has announced that a smart border grid project is begin in West Bengal. The initiative aims to strengthen the border security through the modern surveillance and infrastructure. The importance of it is the future border will increase really on artificial intelligence, sensors, communication network, drones, smart surveillance. The technology is being a crucial component for the national security. The next topic is global perspective. Across the world, semiconductor technology remains strategically important. Global supply chains continue adopting geopolitical tensions. Energy markets remain sensitive to the development of Middle East. These trends influence inflation, trade, manufacturing, and technology investment worldwide. Now we are end of the session. Let's end up with a small note. A nation is not transformed by one headline. It is transformed by thousands of quiet decisions inside the parliament, in research laboratories, on railway tracks, at startup offices, even in village where the new technologies begin to change everyday life. Today's story may appear unrelated: a hydrogen train, a satellite launch, a border project, a parliamentary debate, but together they reveal a larger narrative. They speak of an Indian strive to be more innovative, more resilient, more sustainable, and more secure. That's the ultimately is the story of worth following. Thank you so much for watching me on YouTube.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं, फिल्मोरा है ना।